resistance and convert it into leverage for Nigerian politicians. That is what Ejimakor is doing. It takes a freedom fighter's and makes it useful to the same system he spent his life resisting. That is what Ejimakor is doing. It asks Biafrans to choose between their leaders' physical freedom and their movement ideology integrity. That is what Ejimakor is doing. And if Biafran accept this trade, if me and you should accept this trade, if we Biafrans take our energy out of the Biafra Republic government in exile, if we take our energy out of the international advocacy work, if we take our energy out of the congressional briefings and put it into the 2027 election campaign, then the Nigerian terrorist government will win. They will have achieved something it has never been able to achieve through military force. That is the plan of Ejimakor. If we, bow down to this trap that he has set, they are all in it together. Now, if you go and read that letter, you will see that there are key points from that letter that has exposed this trap. Three good points. I don't know if you have seen it. Please, if you have seen, when you pick the mic, you can expand on it, please. The very point one that is there in that letter, the man focused on the largest population. Okore wrote in that letter that the Igbo population in Nigeria is unarguably the largest population by ethnic nationality. I am quoting him. The Igbo ethnic nationality is by an undisputed wide margin the most geographically spread in Nigeria. You know what? He is telling Biafran, this is my own understanding, you are many. Therefore, you should use your numbers to compete in Nigeria. That's what he's saying. Compete in Nigeria. This completely ignores why Biafrans are spread across Nigeria in the first place, not by choice, but because of the 1996-1970 genocidal displacement, and an entire generation has been scattered throughout that country. That is why we are scattered. And we have been forced to survive as strangers in someone else's political arrangement. So that dispersion is not a political asset, as Okore is trying to claim here. It is a scars of survival. Okore now wants to take advantage of us spreading all over Nigeria because of that genocidal war. And he's asking Biafrans to treat that scar as a reason to vote for the system that created it. That is what he's doing. And we said no, that we are smarter than them.
Tutus.
Yeah?
Take it from this angle. Why did Chekwas Okore have to send it to Ejimako to share for Biafra?
Wait, I'll lose my line of thought. I will forget what I wanted to say. Just give me some time. Good.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm trying to coordinate again.
Sorry, my sister.
Yeah, so because of that war, it's okay. Because of that war, the scars we got from that war, our people had to spread everywhere, not only in Nigeria, in abroad as well, because we needed to survive. So Okore now is capitalizing on that and said that we are many, that we have the largest population. So Yala, bring that population and come and vote for the same system that created your suffering. The same system that made you to run and leave your ancestral home for Fulani to take over. Come and use that and vote for the same system to continue and benefit him and his entire family. And also benefit Ejimakor and his entire family. That is the message that man is passing out when he said that we have the largest population. And another thing I also picked out from his statement was the 2.2 million versus 11.5 million. I don't know if you've also seen that. 2.2 million versus 11.5 million. Let me read what he wrote. He said, because he's making reference to 2023 election. He said, the result of the 2023 elections published by INEC showed that the number of registered voters, I don't know if you have the script, you can also check it out in case I make mistake. In Southeast geopolitical zone was 11.5 million. And the number of voters who participated in the presidential election was 2.2 million. A whopping 9.3 million registered voters did not participate. Yes, they did not participate because we outrightly rejected to take part in the Nigerian fraudulent election. Our first prime minister was here. More than, he didn't even get the data correct because more than 20 million Biafrans refused to vote. We said we are not Nigerians and we will never be Nigerians. So I don't know where he got this false data from. So he presented, I've sent it again. Hold on, my co-host Ben. Yeah, I've sent it again. So he presents non-participation as a problem to be solved. You know, these people think that we don't have brain. But let me ask, why did 9.3, according to him, million registered voters stay at home? Why? Was it laziness that made them to stay at home? Or was it because they understood something fundamental? They know, Biafrans know that participating in Nigerian election means participating in the system that is actively killing their brothers in Benue, killing their brothers in Biafra land, killing their sisters in the northwest, and also holding our leader, Onyendu. So the non-participation of 9.3 million Biafran votes is not a failure of political conscience. Anybody that knows Okore should pass this message to him. It is the only political statement available to people who have been given no real choice. And now the lawyers and the MASOB, because this man was among those who created MASOB, wants to convert that silence into vote for the very government that produced it. And we said no. We will reject, and we are already rejecting anyone. And they are our first point of contact. The Onyendu's lawyers, we have rejected you because you are glorifying Nigeria. And we Biafrans can never be part of it. If you go to that message again, you will see where he made reference to voters' card for referendum. You know, this is the most dangerous and dishonest argument in this letter. Is he not aware? Is he not aware? Yes, my co-host, yeah. Is he not aware that we have conducted a referendum? Is Ejimako not aware that we have conducted a referendum? They know. But because they are panicking that the Biafra Republic government in exile will free our Onyendu. They are panicking because they know that what the Biafra Republic government is doing in Washington, D.C. is the only way out for our leaders to be free. That they themselves, they are not doing anything. So they know. 100%. He wrote there, in the likely event of, look at how they can confuse people. It is better Biafran people come to the space of the Biafra Republic government in exile who will tell them the truth and not go to the opposite space because they are also supporting what this idiot is saying. Those people are still clamoring for another referendum. I'm like, these are the same people that say they love Simon Ekpa and you could not even maintain his legacy for a year. You are already nullifying the self-referendum that even him, Simon Ekpa, conducted and oversee that everything was okay. You are the same people telling Biafrans, coming out to do videos, calling UN, come and conduct a referendum for Biafran people. For real? What of the one we did? What of the one that was ratified? That has given us that leverage to walk into Washington, D.C. and talk about our freedom? You see, you use lip service. Oh, you love Simon Ekpa, you love Simon, but you cannot maintain his legacy for even up to 1 month. That is stupidity. Okorie is saying, in the likely event of a referendum or a plebiscite for self-determination, state creation, look at it, state creation or the recall of a failed representative, only those with their valid voters card will be eligible to participate in such crucial event. I am reading through the script. I want to categorically tell Biafrans that this is a lie. It is a lie designed to get Biafrans to register for Nigerian election by making them believe it will help their freedom, making them believe it will help in referendum. This argument is a trap. It is designed to take the most powerful political energy in Biafra land, which is the desire for our freedom, and channel it back into the Nigerian electoral system. That is what this man is saying. So I need to address something very, very fundamental that shapes everything we are discussing right now in this space, even if you've not heard any other thing. Yes. Because there are people who will hear this conversation and say, but what about the referendum? Biafra needs a UN supervised referendum to be legitimate. I want to let you know that we have already conducted our referendum. We do not need another one. We do not need permission from Nigeria. We do not need to wait for UN. UN is a terrorist organization. UN Antonio, the secretary of UN Antonio, is telling the world, especially in Nigeria, to make sure they protect Muslims. UN Secretary Antonio is the one that is giving us problem today, making the terrorists to slaughter Christians in Nigeria. Because he was the one that supported the reintegration of terrorists into the Nigerian military, calling them repentant Boko Haram. So why would you rely on the same UN to conduct a referendum for you? Instead of UN to seek for the freedom of everyone in Nigeria, they are now coming out to tell you, protect Muslims. They are speaking for the jihadists. So those of you waiting for UN, we cannot, because UN can never conduct referendum for us. From February 1st, it is a reminder to those that might have forgotten or may feel that we were just doing a fanfare referendum. No. It took us time. Except you did not vote, then you don't understand what we've been doing. Because you could see that most of these new Sabo that joined this government, they don't know anything about Brigade. Because if they were here right from the time Onyendu was kidnapped, they will know what we have gone through to sustain this movement to the extent that we have a government. They will understand the bridges we have crossed, the number of saboteurs that we have crossed. Right from the time Onyendu was kidnapped, our first prime minister went through a lot of stress and suffering to bulldoze all those saboteurs. There were many. When he wants to hold this one, another one will come out from this side. When he wants to hold this, another one will come out from this side. So those joining this freedom yesterday are the ones giving us problem because they've not invested anything. They don't know the pain we went through. From February 1st to November 28, 2024, the Biafra Republic government in exile conducted a global self-determination referendum. This was not a symbolic gesture or a fanfare service, no. It was structured, internationally observed, with clear rules. Physical and electron voting took place, and there was verification mechanism. And over 50 million Biafrans participated in that referendum. Even though we don't see those numbers today coming to support their freedom, because of this same confusion from people that are supposed to know better, from people that are supposed to tell them and say, go back and support Biafra Republic government in exile. Whatever you are doing out there, do not call Onyendu's name inside it. Go and fight for your freedom. Allow us to carry out the legal processes. Let's see if Onyendu will be released. But these same idiots are the ones creating confusion in the minds of Biafrans because they were looking up to them. So look at that number. That is more people that voted in Nigeria election in 2023, according to the data Okorie is projecting. And we saw Michael Rubin writing for the American National Security Journal, explicitly noted the fact that 30 million voted, a greater number than those who cast ballot in Nigeria, most recent presidential election. That was what he wrote down. The referendum question was very clear. Do you approve this proposed declaration of the restoration of the independent state of Biafra to do what? Re-establish the lost sovereignty nations of Biafra from Nigeria, which will be called United States of Biafra. So the result was overwhelming, and it was affirmative. And what followed after that referendum? Declaration and ratification followed immediately. And on December 2nd, 2024, 517 Biafran delegates from all around the world gathered in Lati. Not self-appointed individual. They represented Biafrans in all over the world. They gathered and formally ratified both the self-referendum result and the declaration of independence. It was there. So this was not a handful of people in a room, the highest in the whole wide world. It was a global convention, even though the saboteurs planned to kidnap our prime minister so that he would not be there physically. It was a global convention with, credentials to show for it. The ratification was signed and the declaration was sealed December 2nd. It's now officially recognized as Biafra what? Redeclaration Day. We had 40 states of Biafra. So our government has a structure. So when somebody is coming out to tell you about getting voters card for referendum, which referendum? Is it the one that he himself even believes that there is what is called referendum? He himself does not believe in referendum of the Biafra people. He doesn't. The Biafra Republic government in exile unveiled the full structure of the United States of Biafra that constitutes 40 states, and it has a capital in Ebube. It is not a vague idea. The videos are there. This is a complete governmental framework. So if you are here and you don't know your state, go and join the de facto government Telegram group. Drop a message. First of all, you have to go to Biafra map and study and know where you belong, so that if you are asking questions, you get the right answer and the right direction. The Biafra Republic government in exile has since adopted bylaws emphasizing transparent governance and democratic accountability, clear election procedures, regular financial audit, everything. And since the referendum and declaration, the Biafra Republic government, under His Excellency, our amiable Prime Minister, Aram Boyna, Ogechukwu Nkere, has done what government should do. They have conducted diplomacy. From February 6th last year, our Prime Minister has been having high-level arrangements in Washington, D.C. He has been meeting with Senate persons, Congress persons. He has been meeting with them a lot. He has met with Brian. Go to our website. No need to. If I tell you, you will not believe me. Go to our website, www.biafrarepublicgovernment.org. Go and click diplomatic engagement. You will see things for yourself, because you may say, okay, because I'm fighting for my freedom, I am a Biafran activist, so I may frame some things. So I'm just giving you the website, www.biafrarepublicgovernment.org. When you finish clicking the diplomatic engagement, also click the button to donate, because you'll be convinced in what you will see. Click that button, donate. Your account details are saved and confidential, and support your freedom. Don't let Okore, who has collected billions from the Nigerian government and shared it with all Onyendu's lawyers to confuse you and send you to your early grave, because they will kill you on that election day. Our Biafra Republic government in exile is recognized by the U.S. Department of Justice as the legal entity for the Biafran people, the only legal entity for Biafra independence advocacy. And we have a lobbyist, Obomazi Elias. So what is this we are talking about? You know, some will say, but IPOB, the organization does not recognize this, because I've been seeing it. They don't recognize this referendum. And it is true. Blah, blah, blah. We don't care. We have conducted a referendum and nothing can change it. It is registered. Nothing can change it. So it cannot stop. The Organization of Emerging African States, which advises African separatist movement, has stated that BRIGI, that referendum that we conducted, that those results are binding under international law, and acknowledge it. He said it's alignment with international standards for self-determination. It is written there, it is online, go and fetch it out. So those who insist on waiting for UN referendum cannot point to a single concrete step towards making that happen. What have you done? No resolution at UN, no engagement with Security Council, no diplomatic offensive in New York, just the same statement repeated for years, while the man they claim to follow is sitting in Sokoto prison. Ejimako has not released a word about our referendum that we conducted in 2024. Ejimako has not said a word about the 50 million Biafrans who already voted for this independence. Ejimako has not said a word about the diplomatic work happening in Washington, D.C. Ejimako has not said a word about the 40th state of United States of Biafra. Ejimako has not said a word about the ratification by 517 delegates. Ejimako has not said a word about the meetings with US congresspersons. Why? Because acknowledging BRIGI would mean acknowledging that there is a legitimate government in exile doing the real work, not gossip to Onyendu. Ejimako is doing everything possible to block Onyendu from knowing that there is what is called Biafra Republic government in exile. But he came very, very late. Ejimako knows that what the Biafra Republic government in exile is doing is what will bring Onyendu's out. So he doesn't want to project the Biafra Republic government in exile. Why? Because he doesn't want Onyendu to be released. That is his fear. That is the problem Ejimako is having. We are doing what we are supposed to do. We are showing the work. And we have clearly said that we don't need Nigeria election. We are doing the work that does not need INEC. We are doing work that is happening at the levels it actually matters, which is Washington, D.C. Ejimako cannot go there. So Biafra Republic government is not asking Biafrans to register to vote in Nigeria. We have told you there will be no Nigeria election in Biafra land. The Biafra Republic government is not asking Biafrans to become a voting bloc. No. Our government is not asking Biafrans to wait for permission. The Biafra Republic government in exile had already conducted a referendum, and we have declared who we are. BRIGI is now in Washington, D.C. The only thing you need to do is to support the Biafra Republic government in exile. So, do you believe that freedom will come from Nigeria election? Do you believe that your freedom will come through voting, registering, getting voters card, becoming a 35 million voting bloc through elected, unquote, the right Nigerian politicians who will somehow release Onyendu and grant Biafra independence? Or do you believe that freedom will come through the work that is already done? The 50 million vote casted in 2025 and the declaration ratified document. Only one path leads back into the Nigerian system. The same system that put Onyendu in Sokoto, the same system that cannot protect its citizens, the same system that is celebrated at Windsor right now as we speak, while Nigeria burns. Only that one system can return you to your slavery. And the other part will lead you forward. And it is through Washington, D.C., through international law, through the legitimacy of our referendum document that has happened. So when Aloy Ejimakor shares later calling Biafrans to participate in Nigeria election and says nothing about Briggy, he says nothing about a referendum. Ask yourself, whose interest is he saving? When that nonsense Okorie writes reclaiming political relevance in Nigeria and says nothing about Biafra freedom, they are having the same agenda. Ask him whose agenda is he advancing. So do not let anyone, not even the lawyers, not former Masof founders, because I also saw Wazirike shared his own last week, that Biafra should go and get their voters card. Do not let them tell you or send you to your early graves. Do not let them tell you that you need to participate in Nigeria election to earn your freedom. Go back to that later. You will see another point that he made there. He said, the Igbo agenda dialogue. I don't know if how many of you have that document, so I will soon pass my mic. He wrote there, he said, Igbo Agenda Dialogue has incorporated and established a functional office, listen, in the United States of America to do what? Coordinate and engage the vast Igbo diaspora population. Now think about what this man wrote there. At the exact moment our Biafra Republic government in exile, with His Excellency Ogechukwu Nkere, is meeting with Senate, meeting with speakers, meeting with Congress persons, engaging the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, and doing the actual diplomatic work of making the case for Biafra independence at the highest level of American government. At that same moment, the people around Onyendu's lawyer are opposing a competing office in America. That is what they are doing, with a complete opposite mission to mobilize Igbo voters for Nigerian election. That is what they are doing. And they are going to extort money from Biafrans that they are supposed to fund their freedom. Do you see what is happening? Our brigade is in Washington, D.C. doing the work of freedom, and the lawyers are opening office to do the work of elections. And our Onyendu in Sokoto cannot speak because he is in a solitary confinement, and his lawyer is sharing letters telling people to vote for the government that put him there. What is going on? What is going on? When will this stop? Our Onyendu can never be free with this lawyer surrounding him. And that is the truth we have to know. Onyendu can never be free through these lawyers. He will never be free through a negotiation with Nigerian politicians. They did not start today. Anybody that wants to stand election will use his name. He will never be free because Igbo Biafrans vote as a bloc in 2027. When I say Igbo, all of us, we are Igbos. He will be free when the international pressure on Nigeria becomes too great to ignore. When the sanctions start, when the country of particular concern designated becomes on the top gear, very, very real. And what will make that to happen? Is the Biafra Republic government in exile that will do that? They will not do it with saliva. We need more lobbyists. We need more attorneys. We need more money. So that pressure does not come from voting. It comes from isolation. It comes from making Nigeria's international partnership too expensive to maintain. Who is going to do this work? Somebody must do it. And the person doing it is our Prime Minister, His Excellency Ogechukwu Nkere. We need funding. The same work that Ejimakor and the lawyers around Onyendu refuse to acknowledge. It is Brigade that will do the work. They have refused to support us. Instead, you see what they are going to do now? Gathered Biafrans in the diaspora, divert their attention, tell them, come and put your money there. And I'm asking, what of the 100 million that, what is this guy's name? What is this musician name that is marrying our sister? Hey.
Davido.
Davido. Thank you, Davido. Thank you. I'll soon round up and pass the mic. Davido. People have been contributing money to this same legal thing. What are they doing with the money? Who will coordinate the 100 million? Because Onyendu 100 men, whatever they are calling, Onyendu can never be part of this. Every day, did you see what they are doing? Every day they are indicting him. How can a lawyer come out in an open space and say that Onyendu will be the head of the 100 men from prison? So it means anytime Onyendu goes to court again, they have something to indict him with, that he is still ruling from prison. Whatever these people are doing, they are doing it intentionally. That is what they are doing. So when the lawyer for a man serving life imprisonment shares a letter calling his people to vote, what do you call such a thing? Only one word: betrayal. Onyendu cannot speak from Sokoto. But if he could, he would tell you one thing: do not let anyone turn my imprisonment into a reason for you to participate in the system that put me here. That will be the message to all of us. Do not let my silence become your consent, and do not let my lawyers become your guides. The Biafra Republic government in exile is doing everything. They are the ones doing the real work. So I will use my mic here in case anybody have anything to say before we move on to the next one. King David, you're okay. Hold on. Hey, wait. My co-host Ben. Onyenya, are you there?
Sorry, I'm here. The moment I reported one person, bam, they start having problem. So it's no longer there now. which is
Okay.
that?
Let
Which is
I have sent
the
let me send the co-host again. Okay. I think Onyenya, you Onyenya, you have the mic.
Can I speak now?
Onyenya, speak up, but your voice is very feeble. It's very weak. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me loud and clear?
We can't hear you. Are you in the other room?
I am not in the other room. Oh, I'm here. Can you
Yeah.
hear me now?
We can hear you
Yes,
now
yes,
because the
yes.
other voice earlier on, I bless you there for somewhere. Thank you very much.
No. I know they for somewhere. Oh. I know they somewhere. Just they gallant. Thank you very much, every one of us in this space. I want to greet our host. Thank you for hosting. Our co-host, Insi, thank you for co-hosting. And I want to greet every Biafrans that are here. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending where you are joining us from. You see, I was here when Mighty Dot was speaking, and I heard that reach from him. You see, what is happening, and if any Biafrans are still not feeling or seeing what is happening as these lawyers has been compromised. They know what they are doing. And the most annoying part of it is that I see some tweet where some people are saying they are part of the 100 men. They are going to be part of the 100 men. I look at, are these people really out for freedom? How can somebody who called himself all these atrikote that call themselves a lawyer? These people are disgrace. Every Biafran should ask themselves a question. Why is these people? Oh my God. You see, one of the things that I am just that is I'm really concerned about is this. How I wish our people will stand up and what they are doing to our land. People are supporting them. Some of our people, let me put it that way, some of our people. I saw a video of a very useless and haggard man who says that he hates if that
We can't hear him again, or is it just me?
I can't hear him as well. The network has kicked
Oh,
him.
we
Okay,
can't hear you at all.
since we can't hear Onyenye again.
Mazi David, you can go ahead if you're there. The
Okay,
network with Onyenye.
okay, and thank you so much. I was just, broadening over the issue of Ejimako and why Ejimako has to bring the issue of politicking, voting, election into Biafran restoration project. And it is very, very sad and very, very unfortunate that this thing is happening at this critical time of our freedom. Who is Chekwas Okorie? Chekwas Okorie, they regard him as the founder of APGA, a political party, a movement. Then who is Chekwas Okorie representing in this case? Chekwas Okorie is representing the political class. Chekwas Okorie is representing Nigeria in this scenario. Why did Chekwas Okorie or why did the Ejimako have to now bring the issue of politics into Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Freedom Restoration Project? Do you understand the reason why? These people have seen that the only way they can now deceive the Biafran people, or the only way they can try to deceive the gullible, is to use the Ejimako, who people regard or who people understand to be the special counsel to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They only need to use him to share that information of Chekwas Okorie into the platform where they understand that millions and lot of Biafrans goes to his platform or go to his X handle to see what the update on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case as a special counsel. So why did Ejimako have to now share that information on his wall? If he's not the one who wrote it, we understand. The reason why Ejimako has to do that is to be able to bind the minds of Biafrans that our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will somehow approve of election in Biafra. That is why Ejimako have to do that. And it's very, very sad and very, very unfortunate and very, very uncalled for. So, just like our brother that knows Ejimako to be the special counsel to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, even as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sacked them and defended himself, but the Kanu in Sokoto, people still look into their profiles, into their platform to see if there is any message coming from them. So whenever they bring the issue of Nigeria into their platforms, people will think that is the mindset of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You see, the same thing applies to Mazi Nnemeka Ejiofor. So we are heartbroken to understand that the people who Mazi Nnamdi Kanu somehow approached to represent him are now the people who are stabbing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on the back. That's what they are doing, because our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that we know can never, not even a million years as he stands now, can never in any way, no matter what they feed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with in detention, our leader can never go back to his words. Never will our leader now come out to support a Nigerian election in Biafra land or support anything of political solution than outright freedom of the Biafran nation. That is why we, the Biafran people, we must at this time be very, very brutal. Very, very brutal at this particular time. Now that election is coming next year, we have to demonstrate to these people that no matter what happens, even if they keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in detention till next year, they are not going to have not even one person to come out and talk about anything of election in our land. It is not going to happen. And if it means, or if it entails that the Biafran Defense Forces, we are going to support them to enforce it. This should be the mindset of every Biafran, because these people have taken us for a ride for a very long time. Each and every one of them, they have not in any way have the interest of the Biafran people at heart. Look at the people that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Sowore called for a 1 million march for the release of the man that they are defending in Sokoto, a man that was jailed. All these people that think that, oh, they go to Sokoto, they stay with our leader, they discuss with our leader. Sowore, a Yoruba man, called for the release of our leader, for 1 million march for our leader. How many of them came out? Ejimako did not come out. Ifeanyi, Nnaemeka did not come out. Maswell did not come out. All these people that will come tomorrow and tell you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is unjustly detained, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be released, they need political solution, they want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released, they did not come out to show those that for our leader for that 1 million march. But they will come out to tell Biafrans that, oh, now that the Igbos have been marginalized, we have to come and take our political space under Nigeria, when they know very well that our leader is against such a move. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, can never buy that crap. And any Biafran that is on this space, either you are listening anonymously, and one way or the other, you are supporting all these kind of foolish attorneys or lawyers that are representing our leader, or you one way want to believe in what they are saying, you are the greatest fool of this century. Because our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, this is 5 good years. 5 good years that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is incarcerated. 5 good years that our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is being detained for committing no crime other than fighting for the freedom of our people. And the people that were charged with the responsibility of even defending him, his cause for freedom, which each and every one of them have accepted. Each of every one of them has defended that our leader have committed no crime, that it is within his right to fight for self-determination. And yet, every now and then, they understand the position of our leader, but yet they try to deceive the people in order to deceive us into coming into one Nigeria election again. Why are all these things happening? These things are happening because these people are working for the Nigerian state. They have tried their possible best to see how they can coerce Mazi Nnamdi Kanu into accepting any political solution or into believing that Nigeria is workable. But our leader has disappointed them. Now they want to climb on the back of our leader to come and tell you one thing or the other that our leader never said. This is not who Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is, and nobody should believe anything that these people are saying that is coming out from the mouth of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Remember, since 2023, they try to deceive each and every one of us. If not that this government was destined to succeed, by now all of us would have hands down start talking about one Nigeria. But because this government was destined to progress, because this government was destined to succeed, that is why you and I are here. That is why we can be able to decode in whatever way they are coming to deceive us. We can be able to know their mindset. We can be able to know what their intents are. And we are not going to buy that crap. We are not going to in any way succumb to their evil schemes against our people. It is Biafra or no Biafra. It is Biafra or Biafra. Nigeria, we can never in any way our vomit. Our leader lost his parents because of Biafra. He also died because of Biafra. A lot of people have paid the ultimate price because of Biafra. What about 1967? They all died because of Biafra. So when you see all these people telling you that Biafra was defeated, telling you that, oh, they have to beg in order to be accepted into Nigeria, oh, that we have to continue to, participate in Nigeria election, I want you to know that all these people have compromised their position. All of them from A to Z. They have compromised their position because even our leader made us to understand that they are going to disappoint him. They have all disappointed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The only people that have not disappointed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu are those who are standing with the Biafran Republic government in exile. That is the only people that is standing strong. And we will continue to stand very strong with our leader because we know what our leader believes in. We know where our leader stand, and wherever Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stand is what where we are going to stand. But if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out today to tell you that he's not fighting for Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not Biafra that we are fighting for. If they succeed in coercing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu into saying that, oh, we remember what he told us. Whenever somebody tells you that you do the needful. Take that person away because he want to thwart your freedom. That person want to take away that thing which is precious to you, which is the freedom that Chukwu Okike Abiama have destined that we shall have. So we can never give in to all these their useless antics. Call it special counsel by special counsel or Mazi Nnamdi Kanu lawyer, and each and every one of them, because they in the first place, they are not standing with the Biafran people. Because if they are, the Biafran Republic government have done more than enough for all these politicians, for all these lawyers to even acknowledge the presence of BRGIE. But they are afraid because their evil will be exposed. And certainly that their evil will be exposed because we are seeing them for who they are. All of them. And at the right time, the Biafran people will react. At the right and appropriate time, measures will be taken against all these people who are becoming a stumbling block on the wheel of the progress of our freedom. And we are not going to take it anymore. So Biafrans, we should rise up. Rise up and support BRGIE. That is the only government that is standing very strong with our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Every other person that you see going to Sokoto, coming out to tell you Mazi Nnamdi Kanu this and that, all of them have compromised their position. They change their position because of who they are dealing with at this particular time. Nigeria have happened to them. They have compromised their position under Nigeria. Believe you me, Chekwaso Okorie want Ejimako to promote that his write-up. That is why he gave it to Ejimako to share for one Nigerianist, thinking that, oh, when he shared it, oh, then people will now jump up and say, oh, maybe somehow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is now trying to, encourage Biafrans to now join Nigerian politics. This is Biafran Republic government in exile. Under the leadership of Ogechukwu NKERE, that he promised. Thank you. I hid my mind.
Thank you very much, David, for your submission. Really appreciate you. Sorry, please, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. I have a
Okay,
question
let me just.
before I give the mic to Afam. As our brother Cyprian, thank you so much. He has given his space donation of 2,000 AJ. Thank you so much, Cyprian. God bless you. You never miss to support the space every week. Thank you. God bless you. The man with the baritone voice, just give me some seconds. I want to ask a question. You know, we have people that immediately they hate or watch a Geoffrey made a speech, and somebody was asking him, "Are you ready?" He said yes. He started spewing rubbish from his mouth, and he said our Onyendu will be the head of the 100-man committee, and he has advised people to join the 100-man committee. People have already made up their mind to join the 100-man committee, and they were jubilating, saying, if it is from Onyendu, we will join. Oh, Onyendu should be free. We've seen all these lip services before. Onyendu should be free. But something has come up today. Please, if you have any answer to the question, help me. Something came up. Yes, yeah, it was yesterday. This same Jejimako has shared this letter from Okori. My question is, so will those people now support the letter that Jejimako is sharing from Okorie? Will they still support Biafrans to go and vote, get voters card, and stand and support and vote in Nigeria election? Do you understand my question? Very good, Toti. They were jubilating there before yesterday. 100 men, we will support, only because they don't have brain to think, what is the meaning of these 100 men? What is the purpose? What is the aim? What is the objective? How will Onyendu lead a committee from prison and all those questions? Because the questions are too many. They said they will support for Onyendu to be released. And then it's not even up to 12 hours. We saw a letter, bam, go and collect voters card. So are they sitting on the fence now? Because the letter from Okorie is still coming from the lawyers. They have agreed for Ejimako to share the same letter. So where are they now? That is my question. If you have an answer, please give. Afam, are you ready to answer?
Yes.
Okay, Toti.
Okay, let Afam go. Afam time is up. Afam, you can go. You can have the mic, Afam. It's like Afam is having a network issue. Yeah, am I coming out inside?
Yes, you're coming out loud and clear.
Tutos, let me just take this opportunity to answer this your question that you asked the Biafran people. Those are desperate attention seekers. Those people are the people that are desperate for relevance. So they are open to anything that will make them feel as if they are important. I've seen so many of them, writing gibberish on social media. And then since this article from Chekwa Sokori was published by Aloy Ejimako, all of them have gone mute. None of them is saying anything regarding this. And again, see, there's something I want every one of us to understand. You see, some of these saboteurs that have come and left the Biafran Republic government in exile, some of them are Nigerian agents. They were not with us in the past because they want Biafra. Most of them were with us because they are trying to find a way to hijack what we are doing as a people. And now, if you watch what Aloy Ejimako has done, and connect the dot with the so-called message from NNAMDI KANU that what is his name? NNAMDI came out the other day to tell the Biafran people. You will see that so many of these saboteurs are working so hard to hijack the freedom of the Biafran people. That is what I want every one of you to understand. They are trying to hijack this movement. And the only government and the only person, which is the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, His Excellency NKERE, is the only man and his cabinet members that have been holding and protecting your freedom. Watch what happened when they went to tell the Biafra Defense Forces to come and announce that sit at home have stopped. So they are gallivanting, jumping from one place to another, trying every tactics in their disposal to see how to hijack the freedom of the Biafran people. And that is why when we come out here to tell you people that we will never take any instruction from the Nigerian Sokoto prison or the Finland, we know what we are saying. We know what we are saying. All these things that we are seeing, they are just doing all these things, looking for a way to hijack this freedom. Okay, now let me read the last paragraph in this article from Chekwas Okorocha that was published by Aloy Ejimako, because as it stands now, in my own point of view, Aloy Ejimako is now the PRO to Nigerian politicians. You understand? Him posting the interests of the Nigerian terrorists and the corrupt politicians. Let me just read this paragraph, the last paragraph, for you people to understand the end point of Aloy Ejimako and this so-called Chekwas Okori. Now, the last paragraph is telling you that we are confident that with a minimum of 35 million Igbo voting bloc for the 2027 general elections, Ndi Igbo will be on their way to Igbo political resurgence and restoration of our long lost relevance and respect in Nigeria. So you want to tell me that Aloy Ejimako did not go through this article before posting it? Tutors, please give me 1 minute, please. 1 minute.
Go ahead, Toti. Okay, sorry, Toti, you just want to do one or two things. Okay, Afam, I don't know if you're ready to speak now. Network kicked you out earlier. Are you available now? Or if not, we'll move the mic to Bended.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay,
let me just find out. Sorry for that.
No, go ahead. That's fine.
Yeah. So do you guys want to tell me that Aloy Ejimako did not go through this article from his paid masters? Because it's very obvious that these people are being paid by these politicians to, now that the 2027 election, all these things that are happening in 2023. It happened in 2023 was when this same Aloy Ejimako came with a letter from DSS Dungeon to coerce our first prime minister into galvanizing the Biafran people to go and vote for election. So what is Aloy Ejimako trying to tell the Biafran people? Because we are not Ndi Igbo, we are Biafrans. And Aloy Ejimako is very much aware that we are Biafrans. And what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is standing for? Is standing for the Biafran people. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not standing for Ndi Igbo. We are not doing something of Ndi Igbo here. All of them should just be careful. And the Biafran people have taken that stand. We are not Nigeria. We are not going to participate in any election in Nigeria. We boycotted the Nigerian election in 2023. We will still do the same thing. And this time around, there is no Nigeria selection called election in Biafra land. And every Biafran back home are advised to abstain, to stay away from anything Nigeria election at this point in time, if we really know that we need our freedom, because the international communities, they are watching and they are taking notes the way we are responding to anything that is coming out from Nigeria. And that is what these people are trying to force with the Biafran people into, to go into romance with the Nigerian terrorist government, so they can be able to, see us as some serious people that doesn't know what they want. That tomorrow we are talking, today we are talking about Biafra, tomorrow we are talking about Nigeria. So all this effort that these people are putting in is just to hijack this movement or make it a thing of caricature. I want to ask Aloy Ejimako, ever since Aloy Ejimako has been voting as a Nigerian, because he has come out now to tell us that he's a Nigerian, has his vote ever counted? Has Aloy Ejimako vote, has his vote counted? And some of you out there that is still preparing, some of you that is still claiming one Nigeria, that is still preparing for election 2027. The one you voted in 2023, how far? It's time for every one of you out there that are still feigning ignorance of what we are doing as a people to wake up. Because there's no other option available for you now except Biafra. And the only way you can be able to free yourself from this enslavement of the Nigerian terrorist government is to support the Biafran Republic government in exile. Not going to validate your enslavement, because you going to vote in Nigeria is like you are validating your enslavement. You are validating your slavery. That is what it means by you validating anything Nigeria election. So we all are advised at this point in time. We will not allow anybody, it doesn't matter who you are out there, to mess up what thousands and millions of Biafrans have died for. What thousands and millions of Biafrans are still dying for. The resources that the Biafran people have put in regarding their freedom. We will not allow any one of you out there to make it a thing of caricature. We will not tolerate it from any one of you, because we know what we are doing. We are very much inclined to what we are doing as a people for our freedom. And all the steps that the Biafra Republic government in Nigeria have been taking all this while has been the right step. And that is why they are getting the deserved result that they are getting in Washington, D.C. today. So the question you need to ask yourself now is, has your so-called vote ever counted in Nigeria? It has never counted, and it will never count, because Nigeria is not for you. Nigeria is against you. Nigeria was put together to be against you in the first instance and serve the interests of those that put it together. It was never put together to be in your favor. And the more we keep delaying in funding our freedom, the more we keep prolonging our enslavement and our slavery. Now is the time for every one of us to wake up. Do away with, because there's, okay, let me just tell you guys something, because these people are coming out to tell you our leaders say this, our leaders say that. Okay, for example, now we now followed, according to them that our leader said, and tomorrow this movement finally got hijacked. And when our leader will not come out, will not say, it's because of Aloy Ejimako said, you said, our leader will call us foolish foolish people, because we are in the present, we are in the known. Where all these things are happening, he's not there. So why will you even listen to me when you know the right thing to do? You are there seeing everything. You are seeing all the events that is taking place with your eye, and you are listening to him that is not there. This is just common sense, my people. This is just common sense. I want everyone to activate your mental toughness as advised by our supreme leader. He said this before he was kidnapped. He said that time, now is the time for every one of you to activate your mental toughness, to be able to decide when the serpent comes to deceive you with his lying tongue. There are so many lying tongues all over the places, fighting against our freedom, fighting against your freedom, fighting against the freedom of your unborn children, and your family. We are in a critical time now. More will still spring up. They will still come up to divert your attention from what we are doing as a people. And we should not forget, lastly, the international community are watching. If we shift our ground a bit to follow these lying tongues of the serpents that come and vote for election, that is how some of these idiot and moronic Igbo illegitimate politicians and so-called political elite came up to say, Buhari will release him, vote for Buhari. After they say Tinubu will release our leader, vote. Have they been able to release our leader after voting for them? So the only government that we have now as people is the Biafran Republic government in exile. And anything the Biafran Republic government in exile says goes, because it is only the Biafran Republic government in exile, through the effort that they are making in Washington, D.C., that is what we free our leaders that are in captive. That is the only thing that will free every Biafran that has been in the Nigerian prison for more than a decade now. Because sometimes we need to remember all those people that have paid the ultimate price and still paying the ultimate price as well. We should do away with this funny emotional attachment that we always put out there all the time, without giving it a critical thinking or a critical thought. Am I being controlled with facts, or am I being controlled with emotions, by emotions? Biafra, now is the time for every one of us to wake up. They will keep coming, they will keep coming, they will keep coming with different, our leader say this, our leader say that. We have a government. If there's any information that they want to pass, they know the right channel to pass. They should approach the Biafra Republic government in exile, Prime Minister, His Excellency Mazi NKERE, and confer whatever message that is coming from our supreme leader to the Prime Minister to look into. They are not the spokespeople of the Biafran people. No, our leader did not introduce them to us as the spokespeople of Biafra. We have a government. If you have a message from our leader, approach the government and confer your message to the government, and the government will look into it and find a way around it and see if it is legitimate or helpful regarding what we are doing at this point in time as a people for our freedom. And if it is not helpful, they will put it aside and also advise our leader, Mazi NNAMDI KANU, the best route to take regarding what they are doing for the freedom of Biafran people and also his freedom, because as it stands now, we are the people fighting for them. They are not fighting for us. Because a captive man cannot free another captive man. It's not possible. We are opportune to be out, and we will do everything humanly possible as a people under the government of the Biafran people, which is the Biafran Republic government in exile, in making sure that our leaders are out, because you cannot get justice from the court of your oppressor. The only thing you need to do is to continue to mount pressure on your oppressors. That is the only way they can be able to free you. Because if you don't mount pressure and keeps going the political way that you think that you know about, you are just wasting your time. They will not listen to you. We need to make the kidnapping of our leader, his imprisonment, and also the unjust imprisonment of our first prime minister in Finland more expensive. That is what we need. We all saw the progress we made when they first kidnapped our supreme leader from Kenya. Now is the time for every one of us to wake up and do the right thing. Yeah, the COS is up on the mic now. I will leave here, and maybe he will let him come up to, make his submission. Yeah, so thank you very much, dear friends. Thank you.
Thank you, Totti. Afam, please, I don't know if you're available, but then please, can you just hold a little bit? Let's hear from our COS. COS, do you want to speak to us now? Afam, please hold on a little bit. COS, please, can you hear me? Okay, Afam,
yes,
you can go
Afam
ahead.
should please go ahead. Afam should go ahead,
thank
please.
Thank you very much, COS. Afam, please go ahead.
Okay, good afternoon to all dear friends, and good afternoon especially to the host, my lecturer, my sister that is doing a wonderful job, and also to the women that are doing wonderful things that most of us cannot do. My respect to all the men in the house, my COS, Mr. Totti, my respect to you, Nsima Ben, each and every one of us, Solomon, Mighty Dog, my brother. Never give up because of the stupidity of our people. I know it's so appalling, but what can we do? Emeka, each and every one of you, I greet you all. First of all, before I proceed, I want to say something here that is very important. My COS, something you said I want to remind us about, Mr. Totti, about this animal, because there's a way you behave. You don't expect me to look at you as a human being. I keep saying it. If I act the same, take me as well. I don't know. Our leader always sound on this. We forget so easily. And that is one of the reasons, the things that is happening to us because we forget so easily. Have we all forgotten, just like Totti said, when our PM was talking about this criminal called our lawyer Jimako? Why the Enugu State criminal illegal governor was trying to use him in back? They brought all sorts of things that they kidnapped him. That is why he's now be with them. Towards that 2023. I don't know how we forget. The worst is that we will see criminals that is jeopardizing our cause, and we leave them to walk away, and later we'll be watching them again doing the same thing they did repeatedly. What can we do? Like I said the last time I spoke on here, I said, how do we Biafrans expect to get something where there is nothing? And we call ourselves intelligent people the most, which make me to say that any day I see anybody that said that Igbo men or Biafrans are the most intelligent, I will insult that person. It doesn't matter who you are, because we have become sense man where they die for foolish man backyard. I want to ask us, those who are following what is happening in the world, how do you ever expect a state, a country like Iran, to surrender and give up all that they have been plotting. The only way they will give up to it is by them being destroyed. They breathe. As long as the Ayatollah breathe, as long as those cabals or whatever groups exist, they will never, because this is what they are standing for. This is what they believe. They were grown into this. Now let me come back to Biafra. I remember when, despite that she did her own, Nelly, she told us about this Ilo Ejimako. Is he not the one that they said he studied in US and his laws and everything? Why I pointed it out is not because of what Nelly said, but for us to understand, like our